Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Madam, and I'm coming back to you once again. This is from Radar Online, and this is in the crime section. This is an exclusive. It says entitled Rich Punk hires Karen Reed's hotshot lawyer after he's charged with killing four students, college students like Brian Kugler, as critics sick over potential not guilty verdict. On the left is the person in question. And on the right is the four victims that tragically lost their lives. The article starts by saying a rich 23-year-old has hired Karen Reed's lawyer in hopes of getting a slap on the wrist after he was arraigned on murder charges, murder and vehicular manslaughter charges. Radar Online can reveal Frazier Boehm is accused of running down four sorority sisters with his BMW in a tragic crash in Malibu in October of 2023. On Wednesday, August 6th, Boehm was seen in court wearing a dark gray suit and tie, and while he did not speak, his new lawyer, Alan Jackson, entered a not guilty plea on his behalf. The attorney recently represented acquitted murder suspect Reed, who walked out of a free woman after being charged with a 2022 murder of her Boston cop boyfriend John O'Keefe. Following the court appearance, Jackson explained he plans to raise several issues at the next hearing, including filing a motion to reduce his client's $4 million bail package that was granted after his arrest. The prosecution has a head start on us, and we have a lot of work to do to catch up, Jackson said. When asked his thoughts on the upcoming trial, so I can't see the trial starting before the end of 2025. This was not an accident. Here are two of the victims um, that tragically lost their life. The four women killed 21-year-old Peyton Stewart, Dasham Williams, Asha Asha or and 20-year-old Neam Roston were students at the Pepperdine's Server College of Liberal Arts, and they were in the Alpha Phi sorority. The college students died when Boehm, who was said to be driving 104 miles per hour, crashed into three parked vehicles in the parking lane next to where the four girls were walking. They were killed because of the driving of the defendant. Deputy District Attorney Nathan Bartos went off during a preliminary hearing in April. He consciously decided to get the vehicle up to the speed of 104 miles an hour, and he lost control of his vehicle. This was not an accident. The car's black box revealed that the BMW accelerated from 93 miles per hour to 104 just 2.5 seconds before the fatal crash, getting away with it. Critics were quick to bash Boehm for hiring a notable lawyer, as one person raged, entitled Brett, who doesn't accept his responsibility, and another said, destroy him, but I'm afraid money will be exchanged for a light sentence. A user predicted kids with rich parents escape justice, and a commenter said a spoiled rich piece of ish like likely will not serve any time. Another sicko like Brian Kugler, one person reacted, referring to the sick 30-year-old who also unalived four college students in Idaho. In July of 2025, Kugler pleaded not guilty to killing Kaylee uh, Goncalves and fellow students Madison Morgan, Ethan Chaplin, and Exande uh, Carnati. He was officially sentenced to 4 life sentences. one for each victim. And I do apologize if I mispronounce any of the names in this article. When given a chance to speak for his crimes in court, uh, Kohlberger uttered, "I respectfully declined." However, Goncalves' sister Olivia made her voice known, calling the cold killer a delusional, pathetic, hypochondriac loser in court. The former criminal justice student was previously suspected of breaking into a home in Washington where sorority girls live and attempting to attack a sleeping student. However, she woke up and kicked him in the stomach, which led to the intruder armed with a knife to flee. Kohlberger was never charged with that particular crime. And that is the end of the article right there. Just a sad and tragic events that is for us. And how it's truly sad and sickening to know that people with children who don't obey the rules. It's like it's two certain set of laws, one for the everyday common person and one for the rich and prestigious. This is not a story that hasn't played out in hundreds of thousands of courts all over the United States. It seems that, people with the money or their children that have the backing and the, money and the power and the connections often do not face justice. They often do not care that they dramatically destroyed or hindered another group of families' life. Um, these four young ladies will never get to experience what it is to be married, what it is to actually finish their studies and go on and, pursue their careers, be able to go to their families' houses for holidays and, love on their family, love on their parents and things like that. And that often gets swept underneath the rug because, in my opinion, they fear going to jail and their life being ruined as opposed to another life being taken or not existing anymore in this world. And it is an extreme injustice for anyone that has to, experience that. I can give you one case. It's been countless of, stories of college students, young females who were violated by the football star athlete or the up and coming athlete or something of that nature. And, the victim in their right capacity goes and tries to file to get some type of justice, and it often gets swept underneath of the rug because they feel that this up and coming athlete's potential to be a Hall of Famer and play in whatever chosen sport that they are, in outweighs the life and the mental health of the victim itself, and sometimes even the life of the victim. And that's the sad reality of it. It needs to be a stand that needs to sweep over the justice system that will not look at a person's prestige, not look at who their family is, what connections they have, what businesses they run, etc., and take these people to task for them actually hindering or deleting another person's life. That is justice, to have the person that has done wrong to serve their day in court and be found guilty of the crime, even when there's evidence there. Somehow it always gets swept underneath of the rug, and for this man, Boehm, to, blatantly say, put in a not guilty plea, you guilty. Why were you even speeding in the first place? No, no thought, total disregard for anyone's life that he could have affected. But I don't know. You guys let me know. Drop down in the comment section. I would definitely love to hear from you. So come chop it up with me Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And always, you guys, thank you so much for watching my video. I do appreciate it, or any of my videos. But with that, I'm about to move on out, get on out of this video, and I will holler at you guys later. But always remember, be good to yourself first.